Hello and welcome to Make It a Great Day with Hema, CEO and founder of SEO to Sales, home of where Eiffel International lives. And this is Hema speaking to you today, direct from my lab, from my studies around is it truly fear? Is it truly fear that people have about AI, or is there just such a lot of miscommunication, such a lot of hype, such a lot of noise around how it's taking away jobs? All right, let's break this down. I want everyone to remember this, that AI has been here for a long time. Google has been an AI. My business is almost 20 years old, and I've been using AI for at least 20 years plus. And so this whole notion that um, AI is new, AI is taking away jobs, AI is evil, this is really something that you need to reconcile and recalibrate within yourself. Now, when Google first came out, the same thing happened. People felt like their jobs were at risk. Um, no one really knew what was going to happen. But look at where we are today as mankind. We've accelerated efficiencies. We've done so many things in the last 20 years to become a very different race. Technology is the backbone of businesses. And yes, we've got bad actors and good actors, but that's not new. So what has really changed in marketing? And let's call it AI marketing for this conversation. Um, the type of AI has changed, right? It's called generative engines that have taken us by storm. And in 2022, when ChatGPT came out, everyone said, "Oh my goodness, this is AI, AI, AI." But it's just a different version of AI. Now, generative engines are very, very smart because it's designed to give you, the user, power to ask whatever question it is that you want to ask, any request that you want to ask, and it scouts the entire internet to bring you the most unique answer to meet your needs. So generative engines are designed for each and every one of us so that we are able to get what it is that we need in real time, in rapid, I call it rapid response, in a consolidated manner, so that you can actually start now asking it as if you're talking to a professor, a doctor, um, a friend, and okay, so the user is number one here. So ChatGPT, Google AI, AI mode, AI overviews, all of this is designed, including Meta.ai. They're all designed to meet us where we're at in our journey, in whatever questions and whatever thought process. Some of us are using it as we're using ChatGPT as a therapist. And it's pretty compassionate. It comes up with pretty amazing answers and responses. So how do you apply all of this into this world of AI marketing? Think about it. If the user is the most important here, then you, as a content creator, as a business owner, need to craft content that is based on what it is those people are searching for. It's simple. And the fancy term for that now is no longer keywords, it's called search intent. And it is truly different. Keywords versus search intent. Those are two different things that you need to consider. All right. And when I say consider, AI is still going to have some errors. You need to be able to decipher it as a user as to whether it's right or wrong. So, how do you actually build unique content around the problems that you solve so that your users are going to get the information firsthand in a unique style and unique format, in the most palatable form possible, so you are awarded that prize. So let's go into process now for a minute. Let's look at a case. Let's pretend that you are a doctor, that treats folks that have blockages, not in your heart, the arteries of your heart, but let's say you're a doctor, an interventional radiologist who is able to go into the smallest of arteries in your little toe to really unclog the arteries that are blocking blood flow to your leg, and you want to talk to people about how you don't have to go through this serious surgery and possibly face amputation. So I want you to think for a minute that the person that's got a swollen leg, who can't walk, possibly a diabetic, who's been a smoker all his life, he's probably regretting a lot of things this morning, right? He can't walk, he can't do many things, and his blood sugar is just all over the place, and he's possibly facing amputation. His leg is cramping like hell, and they don't wake up. This person hasn't woken up thinking, "Oh my Lord, I need an interventional radiologist." So although you're a physician who is a specialist in all of this, and you got a fancy title, interventional radiologist, dumb it right back down. The guy who has the leg cramps is wanting to know how to get rid of leg cramps. So how do you do that? Get into the minds and the headspaces of your patient and think through all the possible questions that they ask you. I've been having leg cramps for the last 2 years, and I've gone through all kinds of massages and therapy, and nothing's helping me, including physical therapy. My leg continues to be swollen, and I can't walk, I can't exercise, I can't lose weight. My diabetes is totally out of control. So that could be an alternative now, that they come and see you as an interventional radiologist. Now, what is the hook here for them to come and see you? And I think that one method that a physician can actually look at is how to build case studies, mainly to build trust on the internet around a diabetic with leg cramps, swollen legs, facing amputation, and answer every possible question without giving away how it's done. I mean, they're not even going to understand how you do it with a stent and a balloon and all of that. I do, because I've written so many blogs around this. But if you look at an interventional radiologist, um, from the outside in, as a layperson, nobody understands what it is that you do. Thank God for you in the workforce, but they don't understand what it is that you do and how you're going to actually alleviate this problem that they have, that they can't walk, they're facing amputation, they've got leg cramps, they can't sleep at night, they've got restless leg syndrome, and if they go through surgery as a diabetic, they're actually going to suffer the consequences of healing that is going to take a very long time and possibly go the other way, where it can get even into infections that are not going to heal, and if they get the wrong wound care team, then the wounds are never going to heal correctly. That's search intent. That's 100% search intent, that when the user goes on to any search engine now, whether it's Google, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Bing, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, that is what you need to be answering as a interventional radiologist. So some of you don't even know what an interventional radiologist is. Let's go to something else. Like let's say you're going through a divorce, and you are and now you need a divorce attorney. If you are the divorce attorney, how do you actually separate yourself from all the other family law firms to create the right type of content? And you know what? There's going to be different levels of divorce. There's going to be the ones that um, they needed out. They need to get out now, but they don't have a lot of money. They're going to be divorces with higher net worth individuals who have some assets, and they're trying to preserve as much as possible and not lose everything through attorney's fees. And then there's complex cases where possibly they own a business, they have multiple assets, they've got international assets, and I think that it's really important that you meet, as a family law firm, you meet content where it belongs in terms of your profit strategy, in terms of where your avatars are located, and how they think and how they buy and how they search for a solution that will win you that connection, that lead. Let's call it a lead. Let's call it that prospect, the future client, and the retainer that you're going to get. So answering search intent by way of the kind of avatar that you're going after as a family law firm is key, because if you don't ooze any confidence or trust in resolving large estates, complex assets, possibly dealing with international assets, cryptocurrency, all of that. This is going to be hard for someone who is a higher net worth individual, possibly ultra high net worth individual, to say that you're the right person for them to use. It might be even hard for their CPAs and other trusted advisors to say use you. So craft your content based on search intent. So that's something that a law firm can easily do. Most people understand the notion of divorce. They don't understand the intricacies of the law with divorce, and there's a lot of emotions and heightened emotions when it comes to a divorce. So how do you actually meet someone who's going through hell, who's going through probably an abusive situation? Maybe the spouse is hiding money. Perhaps it's a wife who's never worked in her life, and now 20 years later he's having an affair and he's hiding money from her. She knows it, but she doesn't know how. So map out the journey of every avatar, how they think, how they buy, how they search. What matters to them is that you bring them the answers in a succinct manner, but with validity. So your website has to be spot on. It has to have all the information for your users to really go back and reference, to ensure that there are testimonials there, case studies perhaps, um, you speaking on a podcast like this, or on a video, to bring to life the kind of person that you are, what you look like. It's almost like they're meeting you without meeting you. Um, so we've looked at a physician, a specialist physician, an interventional radiologist, we'll look at a family law firm. Now let's look at a manufacturer of, let's say, an industrial product like water regulating valves. You want to meet folks that are going through new construction build outs, modernization and upgrades, and then folks that are having issues and repairs, and they really need um, quick, rapid response to spare parts that they need to fix the problem. So if you're a manufacturer here in the United States, how do you really think through how your users are searching for solutions and what problems do they have? And which is technically the term search intent. So I think that if you're making water regulating valves, the problems experienced by HVAC engineers, commercial HVAC engineers out there, who are specifying a valve for a project, maybe looking at different things versus the commercial HVAC technician who's trying to repair a broken valve. And perhaps the broken valve is manufactured by the competitor. So you want to create that correlation too, and explain with some level of confidence, technically, why your product is a perfect substitute if you can't get hold of your competitor's spare parts. Um, so there's many ways to do this with manufacturers, and your part numbers matter, your brand name matters, your brand name matters, especially if you've got a good solid grounding on your brand. Make sure that that is loud and clear in all your communication, whether it's a blog, whether it's a video, whether it's a podcast. It's really important that you echo these sentiments in all your content strategy, because there will be a time, there will be a time where your competitors are not going to be able to supply. And if you can, you will win that order. So I'm gonna summarize here and say that, gone are the days where AI needs to be feared. I think I urge business owners to lean into AI. I think that the misinformation or misguidance around losing jobs. Look, there's going to be some jobs that are going to be lost, without a doubt. My pick is jobs that are entry level, that don't need a lot of thinking. We're going to be forced as a human race to really step up and get our critical thinking caps on, and thrive at a very different level. And leaders, be kind to your teams who are fearful. I want to urge you to be kind and bring in folks who can teach, who can coach, who can show people how to apply AI to everyday work flows, to everyday thinking, to everyday decision making. It's pretty powerful when you do use it correctly. So I use it every day, and I'm applying it for all my client cases. Every website is an AI agent. Every piece of content is created with search intent in mind. And I'm here to help. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you as a leader, but I'm also happy to help teams to show them how to bring out the essence of search intent and answering and creating content around search intent. This is the backbone that needs to live on technology to make it work. It's a beautiful thing when it happens. Remember, it's gone from search engine optimization to search everywhere optimization. Every platform is a large language model, an LLM technology. Pivot now, or expect to be left behind in 2026. If you want to get more information, go to my website. It's eiffelinternational.com. That's IFFEL international.com. Or you know what? Schedule a call with me. Call this number 949-779-6442, and my assistant Emma will get you on my calendar for 30 minutes. No charge. Thank you for joining. Make it a great day with Hema. I'm your host, and I hope you found this useful. Thank you.